All right, let's dive into something pretty wild happening in education right now. We're looking at a huge paradox where artificial intelligence has become both the biggest threat to academic integrity and, believe it or not, our best hope for protecting it.
So here's the fundamental clash we're talking about. On one hand, you've got these incredibly sophisticated AI tools that make cheating easier and more accessible than ever before. But on the other side, AI is also powering the advanced systems that can detect that very same fraud. It's a perfect storm.
And this quote just nails it, right? It perfectly captures the problem we're all facing. The very same technology that can write a flawless essay for a student is also the technology that can scan it and instantly know if it's authentic. It's a real double-edged sword. So, that's what we're calling the AI exam paradox. And look, the key here isn't about picking a winner. It's about understanding the tactics and the tech on both sides of this crazy, escalating conflict. Because what's really at stake here? The value of a degree, of a certification, the very idea of a credential. Okay, so let's start on the offense side of things. Before we can even talk about defense, you have to appreciate just how advanced the attacks have gotten. I mean, we are so far beyond just sneaking a few notes into an exam room. The change has been unbelievably fast. The first generation was kind of clumsy, just students using their phones to look up answers. But then the second generation went totally invisible, running as software overlays you can't see. And now, the third generation is just, wow. It's AI that's smart enough to actively mimic a real student's behavior to avoid getting caught.
And this is exactly why the old way of doing things, just having a person watch a student on a webcam, is basically useless now. The cheating is happening at the software level, where a camera can't see a thing. It's happening faster than any human could possibly react, and the answers the AI spits out, they look completely, authentically human. But this arms race is not a one-way street. So now let's flip the script and look at the defense. That same AI technology gives us an incredible arsenal of tools that can spot patterns of fraud that are completely invisible to a human being. A good defense is all about layers. It's not just one thing. We're talking about AI that analyzes your behavioral biometrics, like the unique rhythm of how you type and move your mouse. It's scanning the network for hidden VPNs. It's watching what's happening on the screen itself. And it's running nonstop statistical analysis to find performance patterns that are just not humanly possible. But the real game changer here isn't just catching someone after the fact. The true power of this defensive AI is that it can intervene in real time. If the AI spots something fishy, it can instantly trigger an identity check or flag that session for a human reviewer to look at right then and there, not a week later. So you might be thinking, if both sides have these super powerful AI tools, what's the big deal? Well, the problem is what we call the integration challenge. See, having just one piece of the defensive puzzle isn't enough. Institutions actually create their own weak spots when their defenses aren't all working together. The first vulnerability is this huge assumption gap. The old school mindset was all about physical cheating, notes on your hand, that sort of thing. But the new reality? The most powerful cheating tool is invisible software running on the very same computer you're taking the test on. Then you've got the detection lag. The old model relies on a human proctor noticing something weird. But like we said, AI cheating moves at machine speed. By the time a person even thinks something looks off, the fraud is over, done, and the answer has been submitted. It's too late. And the third big hang-up? It comes down to a really outdated cost-benefit calculation. For a long time, institutions thought this advanced AI security was just too expensive. But the new reality is sinking in. The cost of just one major cheating scandal and damage to your reputation and trust is way, way higher than the cost of a solid security system. So the only real solution is a 360-degree approach. You have to think of it like a fortress. An effective defense has to monitor every single possible way an attacker could get in, and it has to do it all at the same time. The camera, the screen, the network, the user's actual behavior. You need to analyze it all together to see the full picture. Okay, let's zoom out a bit. This isn't just some tech problem for the IT department to solve. This whole arms race has really deep consequences for everyone in education. We're talking students, teachers, and the people running these institutions. And this gets us to the core ethical tightrope we have to walk. On one side, you need really tough security to make sure a diploma actually means something. But on the other, how much surveillance is too much? Where do you draw that line between protecting academic integrity and respecting a student's right to privacy? And it turns out the way you solve that puzzle isn't with less security, but with a whole lot more transparency. The institutions that are going to win here are the ones that are totally upfront about what they're monitoring and why, the ones that give students a clear way to appeal an AI's decision, and that can prove they're handling data responsibly. So what's around the corner? Well, this arms race is far from over, and the next generation of defense is all about being proactive, not just reactive. Just imagine AI that can generate a completely unique exam for every single student, or predictive models that can flag a high-risk exam before it even starts. It's pretty amazing stuff. Which leaves us with this one huge final question. As the AI designed for cheating and the AI designed to catch it both get exponentially smarter, what's that do to the very idea of trust in our entire educational system? That's a challenge we're all going to be dealing with for a long, long time.